Hello and welcome back to Quantum Suicide. On the last episode we were shown our new round in the deletion game, which is Bidding Wars. And for this game we have been set to two teams of four. We are stuck with both Vogel twins and Yoshiki, which it makes me worried that our team's going to lose, because either one of the twins is going to die and the other's going to go crazy, or Yoshiki's going to lose. Or obviously, we can lose personally, but obviously, we just restart when that happens. But yeah, there's also the rule that we can't talk to any of the other crew members while we're in this round of the deletion game. So hopefully you enjoy the twins or Yoshiki, because that's who we're going to be stuck with. Anyway, Dai chose to visit us, so let's see what's, what she's got to say. Oh?
I should be more careful. I don't want to kill any of my contestants. Or do I?
I have no memory of what the context of this conversation is about. Dai, what do you want?
Can't a girl stop by and check in on her favorite player?
Yay, I want the favorite.
Besides, I already finished explaining everything to those ingrates over on Team B. Just between you and me, I hope you win.
That's probably because you just don't like anyone who was previously here before. And you only like us a margin, like a slightly bit more than them. I smiled almost sweetly, but there still was something off about it. What punishment? What is the punishment? We talk to each other. What's it like being an AI? What is the punishment if we talk to each other?
Curious little rabbit, aren't we?
I bet she says to try it and find out. I just want to know what happens. Di leaned close to me before whispering.
It's a secret.
Oh no, and she seems serious as well. This isn't helpful at all.
When you get someone a present, you don't tell them what you got them. You just wait and give it to them. It's always more fun if it's a surprise. Besides, I hope you never have to find out.
So it could be something dangerous. Okay then. But it depends if you wrap up the present or not. Is it that bad?
Or is it that good?
Good point. Good for you is probably not good for me.
Oh, you got me.
True.
Let's just say, it's not in everyone's interests.
But it is in yours. But it would be in someone's interest. I shrugged.
Who knows?
Good point. That is a good point. Someone benefits from people dying. Di, you're so frustrating.
Mission accomplished.
Good job. Di saluted at me before dissipating. Awesome. What a waste of time and energy. Okay then. I made my way into the halls, only to be drawn by one of the most enticing aromas I've ever smelt in my life. Following the irresistible pull of the intoxicating scent, I inevitably arrived at the kitchen.
Ah, good morning, sailor.
You don't know how to cook, do you? So it's probably Nicholas. I was greeted by Beatrix's smiling face, as she went about preparing breakfast. She moved about the kitchen so gracefully that it was as if she truly felt most comfortable. It was a strange sight, to say the least, given her infamous resistance to cooking duty. Good morning, Beatrix. Breakfast smells amazing.
Of course it does.
What's for breakfast? I'm not familiar with the particular scent.
I made apple and cinnamon muffins.
Not really a healthy breakfast. Wow, they sound delicious.
They were my mother's favorite. She taught me how to make them when I was little. Incidentally, they're also Nicholas's favorite.
Makes sense, you're both twins. I can see why, seriously. I don't think I've ever been so excited to eat something. The aroma is making my stomach ache from anticipation.
Calm down, sailor. Here.
Aha, free muffins. Beatrix handed me a tray of muffins.
Take these into the dining hall. Nicholas and Yoshiki should already be there. I'll grab some ice cream to go with them.
I bet Kakashi's going crazy about the fact that you was giving us the worst meal to start off with. Ice cream for breakfast.
I might die on Sunday. I'm having ice cream for breakfast.
Good point. I don't think there's ever been a better reason to. With those words, my head, I spun on my heel, headed back to the dining hall with the muffins securely in my hands. It was difficult to restrain myself from eating them. The aroma was so close now, so intense. As I arrived at the dining hall, I ran directly into Nicholas.
Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
The muffins better be. Yeah, I'm fine. And so are the muffins, thankfully. Nicholas's eyes widened as he looked at the tray of muffins in my hand.
Beatrix made apple and cinnamon muffins?
Yeah, she did.
We usually only have these on special occasions. I wonder what's happened.
She's probably planning to manipulate us using food.
We don't need a special occasion, little brother.
Yes, yes, you do. Beatrix appeared behind me with the ice cream. Yoshiki, where are you?
Maybe we should stop waiting for special occasions and enjoy it while we can.
While I don't agree with your pessimistic tone, I'm willing to agree if it means I get to eat apple and cinnamon muffins.
The one thing that can break Nicholas's logic. Muffins.
You are such a simple soul, little brother.
Nicholas sat down, smiled at Beatrix, and he took the ice cream from his hands and placed it on the table. I put the tray of muffins next to it. Yoshiki was sitting in the seat, squirming as we all took our seats.
Can I eat yet?
Where are your manners?
He's already drooling. Yoshiki looked away sheepishly.
I'm sorry, Nicholas. Beatrix, thank you for making breakfast.
You're welcome. Now, hurry up and eat, or else the muffins won't melt the ice cream.
Why? Okay, cool. I don't know why you would mix up things like that. Yoshi's eyes lit up as he reached across the table and started serving himself.
What are your plans for today?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I need to speak with I at some point about this die situation, but other than that...
I'm sure all of us would appreciate the company if you got bored.
Fair enough. Thanks, Nicholas. I started helping myself to the muffins and ice cream as the conversation continued. They were hands down one of my best things I'd ever tasted. The warm muffins, now glazed with the melted ice cream, were fluffy on the inside with a hint of cinnamon in every bite. Beatrix was a great cook.
What are you doing today, Nicholas?
His job, most likely.
I was planning on going out to the farm to get us some fresh vegetables for dinner. I'm sure Katashi is still taking care of the livestock, but I'll double check while I'm there.
I'm pretty sure he is. The sheep all looked well yesterday.
You went there yesterday?
You were at the farm yesterday?
That's what I just asked, Nicholas. Don't need a copy.
I was just getting apples. I needed some for today's muffins.
So you're lying.
And what a treat they've been. Thank you, Beatrix.
Yoshiki, what are your plans?
I have to take care of some engineering stuff. You know, metal and wires and stuff.
Yeah, he's not hiding anything. He's just, I don't want to call him stupid, but like, naive or just honest. Or both. That sounds fake.
I am the only engineer on board. I think I would know a bit about the metal and wires and stuff.
Well, okay, so the main character thinks it's fake, but I believe him. Isn't Kakashi an engineer?
Agricultural engineers don't count. The only reason he's able to grow plants in the first place is because I keep the hydroponic systems running smoothly.
It's true, so if you're gone, then the food's gone. Have I hit a nerve?
No. But seriously, I'm a real engineer with engineer things to do.
Okay, I trust you. Yeah. Beatrix, what are your plans?
I'm going to the science lab to check on Vladimir's workload and pick up his most pressing tasks where he left off.
Sounds like you're whispering. That's so thoughtful. We all looked up Beatrix expectantly.
Fine. It was a direct order, but I would have done it anyway.
No sooner that had Yoshiki finished scarfing down his breakfast, he excused himself.
I would love to stay and help clean up. But metal and wires and stuff, you know?
With a grin, Yoshiki jumped up from his seat and disappeared out the door.
This has been wonderful, Beatrix. I can't think of a better way to start the day.
Thank you, Nicholas. Make sure to pick whatever vegetables you want for dinner and get them to the kitchen between 4 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. so I can have them cooked by 5 p.m. Katashi and I are taking shifts because we aren't allowed in the room at the same time.
I thought you weren't cooking. I thought Nicholas was.
Of course.
Thanks, bro. I trust you and your busy schedule can handle the dishes.
Sure, why not? Suppose they can. I smiled weakly. I was so entranced by these muffins that there was no way I could deny their creator at this point.
Thank you. All right, brother. Let's get to work.
Cool, dish time. Nicholas stacked his plate with Beatrix before standing and leaving with her. It's your time to shine, Zero. Doing the dishes has always been your strong suit. Hooray for cleaning. I laughed at myself as I collected the plates and made my way to the kitchen to clean up. Those muffins were so good I couldn't stop smiling. But it took me only about 10 minutes to clean up, so I headed back to my room to look over more of my notes before dedicating time to help out anyone out. I sat on my bed, pulled out the pocket watch. How is it supposed to connect to the alternate realities? How is it even possible? I stared at it intensely. There was a clasp button on the top, which allowed you to open the watch, but from there it got a bit strange. There was a small button on either side of the clasp button, and two sets of second clocks inside the watch. The one on the left had the number 42 on it, but one on the right was empty and didn't seem to be working. The rest of the watch displayed the current time. The other interests featured an LED light arranged around another section of the watch. I guess I won't know until I try and press the buttons. Here goes. I press the left button. The LED lights on the outside start lighting up one after another, then stops, making it like the green. Oops. I don't think there's a way to look back, is there? Is there a rollback? All messages. No, it doesn't seem like there's a rollback. At least based on the settings menu. Huh. Right button, I choose you. I press the right button and hope for a better response. Buzzed. The watch made a buzzing noise. Aside from that, nothing happened. I tried again. Buzz. Awesome, I feel like I've made so much progress. I sighed as I continued to stare at the watch. How is this supposed to connect? Why didn't my parents leave more information? Because they died. Frustrated, I slid the watch back into my pocket. Alright, let's go give someone a hand. Yoshiki, because he is the first to leave. And we also need to team up against the twins in case anything happens. I made my way to the engineering bay, where I found Yoshiki bent over a workbench. Hey, Yoshiki. Yoshiki spun on his heels to face me, shifting his weight and try and hide, but it was on his table behind him.
Oh, it's you. What a relief.
But you're still hiding something. Who are you expecting?
I don't really know, but I just...
What are you hiding?
Huh? Hiding?
I smirked as I raised an eyebrow at Yoshiki. You're not getting off the hook that easily.
Fine, I'll spill the beans, but don't tell anyone, okay?
I'm going to tell everyone. You told me before, and I could keep a secret. That really depends on what kind of crazy contraption you're hiding behind you.
Seriously? I thought we were BFFs.
You thought wrong. Mwahaha. Alright, I promise I won't tell anyone. Now, what are you hiding?
So, you know how I said I had to do some engineering stuff?
Uh-huh.
Well, this is what I've been working on.
A doll. Yoshiki moved aside to show me that what he was hiding on the workbench. It appeared to be a doll of some sort, some kind. Upon closer inspection, however, I discovered that it bore a striking resemblance to I. Oh my god, I want one. I want one. I didn't know you could make toys. You made a doll. I don't think it loads all of that. Cool. Didn't know you made toys.
Are you kidding? Of course I can make toys. I can make almost anything if we have the resources to produce it.
Fair enough, really. Really? Can you make me a doll too?
Only if it's a Yoshiki doll.
Fair enough. Yoshiki winked at me and smiled.
What am I saying? Who needs a doll when you have the real thing you can play with?
Fair enough. Haha, true BFF. I winked back at Yoshiki and who giggled.
Anyway, here. You should hold it.
Okay. Yoshiki picked up the eye doll and passed it to me. I was surprised when I almost dropped it. It was much heavier than I expected. Than I had expected. This is a lot heavier than I was expecting.
What did you expect? Stuffing?
I don't understand. Why did you make such a heavy doll?
I've been working on this doll as a device that I can connect to and control.
So
I can have a physical body.
but then wouldn't I also have a physical body, therefore have a body to murder us physically? The same eye that currently turns into Dai and murders our friends and family every week.
Well, yeah, but...
Does the captain know about this?
Yes. She's the only one who knows other than me and I.
And now me. So she approved this.
Well, technically I started building this before Dai started killing people.
Fair enough, really. Does she know that you're still working on it, even with Dai killing people?
Well, no, but it's okay.
Why is it okay? What? How can you say this? Why would we give the AI system currently murdering people a physical body?
You need to calm down. There's nothing to worry about. I've already thought of everything.
I do kind of trust that he has thought of everything, but I don't trust that it's going to go well. What precautions have you taken?
To begin with, this robot is, what, 30 centimeters tall? And there's no real strength in her limbs or abilities. She's limited to basic functions, like holding and carrying small items.
Like a knife, which you can use to stab us in, like, the Achilles tendon or something. And therefore we can't run, and therefore... Well, even though, like, she has the whole ship, but, like, I'm pointing out, like, the fact that she can make death more painful now. But yes, she's still also... She may be 30 centimeters tall, but she's still heavy. Like a knife. See? Yushiki frowned.
Such a pessimist.
You know, if you're a pessimist, you're either right, or you get a pleasant surprise. Seriously though, what if Dai gets control of this thing?
Oh, she can't.
How do you know? But why not?
I'll let I explain that herself.
Yushiki took a robot doll out of my hands and then placed it back on the workbench. Yushiki flipped a switch on its back, causing the robot to hum with potential energy.
You can connect to your robot body now, I
heard Ai's voice come over the intercom in the engineering bay.
Very well.
Just as she finished speaking, the robot's eyes opened.
Hello.
Okay, Chucky. Are you in the robot doll thing?
Affirmative.
This is really cute.
Thank you.
I don't like how the sprite has its mouth open when it speaks. It's funny, but I don't like it. Anyway, how can you be sure Dai won't get access to the doll robot thing?
I have an authorization sequence that runs every 30 seconds in the background of the doll's programming. If it fails a single one, the program accessing it is immediately locked out and the robot stops functioning entirely.
Fair enough. So why can't I simply bypass the authorization check?
Because she doesn't know the sequence.
How do you know she doesn't know? Couldn't she just access it some other way?
No, just like she cannot access what I am doing or my history, she cannot access this authorization sequence, so it's quite safe.
You say that, I don't trust you though. Well, I mean, I trust you, I just don't trust that statement. I guess it's safe to say that it should be okay.
Until I set her on fire, that is.
She's adorable, right, until I set her on fire. Nice combination. Yeah, this is really cute.
This is only her second time controlling the robot, so she is still a bit uncoordinated.
That'll be funny to watch.
I am still configuring my control to be the most effective at controlling the robot.
What's this?
She picked up the eye doll and put it on the ground, standing on her 2 feet.
Try to walk to the door and back.
Very well.
The eye doll slowly placed 1 foot in front of the other, gradually inching closer to the door. Each step seemed like a massive effort for the doll, as the doll struggled to keep its balance. Just as I was about to reach the doll overbalanced and fell face first onto the floor. I's voice was muffled as the doll's face was pressed against the ground.
Please wait a moment while I correct my vehicle's position.
The eye doll remained flat on the ground, flailing its arms and legs helplessly.
Are you sure you don't want me to help you up?
No, thank you. I must learn to correct myself.
Fair enough. After about 3 minutes of awkwardly thrashing about, I managed to get to roll onto her back and raise into the sitting position.
I am afraid I must leave. I am being summoned by the captain. I shall continue practicing basic movement at a later date.
With that, the eye doll closed its eyes and its body went limp. Yoshiki walked over and picked up the doll and placed it back on the workbench.
Pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It really is. I would never have thought of making her a robot body. Why did she have to leave? Can't she control multiple functions of the ship at once?
Of course she can, but I'm pretty sure she can't have her interface appear in 2 places at once.
Why not?
My mom told me it was to make her seem less alien.
Okay. What do you mean?
Well, she's already an AI system, which is a concept that's hard for people to warm up to. On top of that, she can move between places instantly. Her designers must have decided that having her in multiple places at once was a step too far.
Yeah, and imagine. Well, what about? Yeah, that would definitely be used by Dai a lot. But then again, it would make explanations go quicker. Anyway, so it's possible, but her programming only allows her to appear at one place at any given time.
Yeah. For example, she could talk to us over the intercom right now, while still being present in another part of the ship, but we'll have one of us wait until she changes locations.
Okay. But if there was 2 at the same time, could Dai take over one, and vice versa? Therefore, there could be a holographic fight, but still. That seems so wasteful.
I agree, but not everyone is a visionary like us.
Fair enough, but that's probably why one of us is going to die. Talking about visionaries, I pulled out a timepiece out of my pocket and handed it to Yoshiki. I found this in my parents' research. Supposedly it can connect to alternate realities. What do you make of it? Yoshiki had a curious expression on his face as he inspected it.
I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Probably is in a different reality. Seriously?
Yeah. I just can't put my finger on where.
How do you think it connects to alternate realities, or do you think you've seen something similar? I think.
No, I'm pretty sure it was this exact watch.
What makes you so sure?
I remember the 2 distinctive seconds dials in the middle. I also remember wondering why you would need 2 of them when one did the job just fine.
Where did you see it?
I don't remember.
When do you think you saw it?
Well, it wasn't recently.
So maybe last year?
No, I'm thinking I saw this as a child.
Okay, fair enough. I thought it would be like a different reality, but okay. As a child?
Yeah, I don't think it was even in the last 10 years.
I was talking about it. I was both getting excited and confused at the same time. Alright, so you saw this thing as a child.
Well, I can't remember if it was this or a picture of this.
Yoshiki started rubbing his head, screwing up his hair as he tried to remember. Okay. I think we need to take a breather. Alright, well, sitting here training our brains isn't going to help us either.
I didn't even know my brain could hurt this much.
Okay. Aha. At least that means you have one.
Hey!
How is that a bad thing?
We're both in the same boat here, friend.
Touche. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe together we'll make a full brain. Yoshiki threw his arms around me and pulled me in close, chuckling.
This is why we're BFFs.
He pushed his head up against mine. I'm going to see if I can work on it with anything new about this watch. I'll see you at dinner, okay?
All right, but don't tell anyone about the eye doll. Also, try not to hurt your brain too much. Remember, half of it is technically mine.
It's fair enough. Okay, I won't tell anyone about our mutual friend's fancy new bods. Really? No promises about the shared brain, though. With that, I left the engineering bay and headed back to my quarters. I sat on the bed I sat on the bed with the papers and the tablet sprawled over my bed. Nothing. Still nothing. This is so frustrating. Okay, I need to calm down. Getting angry isn't going to solve anything. I threw myself back on the bed and stared at the ceiling for a long time before I suddenly appeared in the one glove eye's holographic interface.
I am sorry to interrupt.
Why? Don't worry about it, you weren't interrupting anything. What's up?
I found some more information that may be useful against dye.
Sweet. Tell us. That's wonderful. What is it?
I've discovered that it's possible to input the deactivation code into any terminal, including your personal tablets.
Okay, sweet. But what is it? Do you know anything else about the deactivation code? I shook her head.
Unfortunately, I didn't learn anything else. I tried to access more information, but even with my administrator privileges, I was unable to proceed any further.
So we need to know... So we need access higher than yours. Well, at least we know where we can input the code once we know what it is.
I am glad you are pleased.
I mean, any information at this point is useful. It isn't perfect, but it's a step in the right direction.
I must return to my duties.
Fair enough. Of course, thanks for the update, I bowed and phased out of my quarters. Deactivated from any tablet or terminal. Huh. At least now I knew that I wouldn't need a higher clearance level. Cool. I'm probably going to have to dig up some information of a Yumu if I want to work on this code. There's no need to help. There was no help for it now, though. The captain was on the other team, off limits for the duration of this round. I returned my attention back to the watch. Come on, Zero, pull yourself together. You need to work this out. I sifted through my parents' papers and tablets to see if I missed anything. I slept uneasily that night, keenly aware that I couldn't afford to miss breakfast. After hours of tossing and turning, I rolled over to my bed and glanced at the clock on my bedside table. 5 a.m., huh? Although breakfast wouldn't be served until about 7 a.m., I wasn't about to risk going back to sleep. I should get up and go offer Beatrix some help, or maybe Nicholas. Sure, let's go for Beatrix and hear what her scheming is. I glanced over my tablet to confirm Beatrix's location before making my way to the rec room. I found her standing at the on the small stage, adjusting some sort of monitor. Hey Beatrix, what are you doing?
Oh, an audience. Perfect timing.
Just as she finished speaking, music started playing as she picked up a mic. Beatrix began singing. As she took a bow and made her way off the stage, I began clapping.
So what did you think?
I think this is random. I'm blown away. That was amazing. I think you were a bit flat in parts. I didn't know that you could sing.
Well, I'm good at almost everything, so of course I can sing.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. What else are you good at?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, that's the whole point of asking you. Beatrix gave me a sly wink before continuing.
Now, can you play any instrument?
Nope, cannot. Fortunately, there weren't any instruments on the shuttle.
Ah, of course, that makes perfect sense.
Just the way that the face looks and the way that line was delivered. I'm not saying it was bad, I'm saying it was funny. I don't know why. Just my humor.
Can you sing?
Nope. I don't know.
Do you know any songs?
Mary Had a Little Lamb. Nope, not even that. Well, McDonald's.
Come on, your parents must have taught you something.
theoretical quantum physics, apparently, or whatever it was. Quantum something. I creased my brow, racking my brain for any songs I might have learned as a child. Oh yeah.
Okay, sing it for me.
There's an autonomy, arsenic, aluminium, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and rhenium.
Okay, stop.
It was that really that bad?
You were terrible. And what the heck were you singing?
Something to memorize the elements by the looks of it. It's the Elements song. My parents used to sing it to me as a child.
What? Why?
To learn the elements, obviously. Well, it lists the elements on the periodic table, so it would be easy way to learn.
I see.
Yeah, makes sense. For a moment, Beatrix seemed to be having a hard time believing me, heaving a heavy sigh. She resigned herself to my dismal prospects as a singer.
I was hoping you could sing, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
Nope. Sorry, it's not really something I practiced growing up.
I'll just have to come up with another part for you.
For what, though? Part?
I can't be in a band with only 2 people, can I?
We're starting a band? You know what? We'll find out more about this band next time. Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully you had fun. And hopefully I can see you on the next one. With that, goodbye.